What's up, y'all? I just want to make a quick video talking about GP. This is going to be talking about a few bad moments or opinions that GP have that are unjustified and are just wrong. Some of them are serious and some of them are kind of funny, so let's get into it. This first one is so annoying. It's when the GP think that the wooden coasters are the oldest coasters in the park. One time when I was at Six Flags Magic Mountain, there were a bunch of GP riding Apocalypse, and after that I saw them again at Batman the Ride, and they're like, oh, Batman the Ride's the newer ride because it's made of steel. What I just don't like about GP is that they immediately make assumptions about roller coasters and think they're correct. Yeah, sometimes the wooden coaster can be older than some of the steel coasters, but it's not like every single wooden coaster in the world is now old and is obsolete. Another one of the assumptions that the GP makes is that, you know those nets that are under the ride? Yeah, these nets. I hear so many GP just automatically assume that those nets are to catch people or trains from falling off the ride. Like, how is that even gonna happen, and how is the net even gonna hold up a whole freaking train? The nets are actually meant to catch loose articles that are falling out of riders' pockets. That's why most of the time you see these nets, they're over pathways so they don't fall on guests. Okay, one very annoying and potentially dangerous thing that park guests do at theme parks, and this is not just the GP, some enthusiasts do this too, is take their phones out on the ride and record a POV or on-ride reaction. This makes me so annoyed, because this one guest is putting other guests in potential danger just to get some clout. And a lot of people might be saying, then why do you record POVs just for clout? First of all, I don't use a phone, I use a GoPro, and it's literally strapped to my hand using Velcro to secure it. I've brought my GoPro on many rides many times, and I've even shown it to ride operators and they said it was fine to bring it on the ride. And most of the time I bring a GoPro on a roller coaster, I don't use it to record POVs as much as I do on-ride reactions. So even though I do record POVs to post on YouTube, I almost always record on-ride reactions to preserve memories. Even though recording on some roller coasters is strictly against park rules, at least I can guarantee that my camera is not going to fall off and hit anyone, and that's mainly the reason why the rules are in place. With phones, on the other hand, you have to hold it, and there's no guarantee that it's going to stay in your hand. Only one pothole on a roller coaster can make your phone slip out of your hand and hit someone in the face and get them severely injured. Okay, this next topic might be one of the most annoying ones in terms of GP. It's taking too long to get on the train. This one is just plain selfish and ignorant. Imagine you're waiting in a 3-hour line for Ghost Rider. You're only 3 dispatches till the front of the line, except the operations are so slow that you're just staying there for 10 minutes until you get on the train. Most of the time there are bad operations at the park, it's probably not even the ride operator's fault, it's the guest's fault. And even if the ride operators are going slow, at least respect them because they've been working that job for hours now. Just being a slow and ignorant person can just be overall annoying to other people. Because I'm sure if riders moved faster, then guests in line would have a way better experience. I don't know if this one annoys other people, but it definitely kind of annoys me sometimes. It's screaming in the wrong parts of the ride, or just being intentionally obnoxious and loud for no reason. Imagine you're sitting in the brake run, you're like, oh my gosh, that was such a great ride, and some person behind you just randomly screams at the top of their lungs. If you're one of those people, yeah, it's a good laugh, sometimes, but I think most people find it unpleasant and annoying. The first few times I heard someone screaming in the wrong parts of the ride, I was like, oh, I broke into a little chuckle, but after I've seen it a few dozen times, it's not that fun anymore. Going to the next topic, I just don't like this one. It seems like a very specific situation, but it has happened many times. It's Karens arguing over the ride operators that their child is too short to ride. Do these parents realize that putting their child on a ride that is meant for people taller than the child is very dangerous and could be potentially life-threatening? Like, those height requirements were put there for a reason. I don't think I have to say much about this one, but I'm gonna move on to the next topic. This one absolutely annoys me beyond belief. It's the GP purposely over-exaggerating roller coaster quote-unquote accidents. Like, maybe if they didn't know any better and the roller coaster stopped on the lift hill because someone took their phone out, yeah, they could get freaked out over there. That's understandable because they don't know what's going on. But before you make assumptions, please just do research and know what you're saying is correct before spreading it around the internet. What's so funny is that some of these quote-unquote accidents where the ride just stopped on the lift hill and people got evac'd made it onto the news. That's not newsworthy. It happens every single day. In fact, when a ride stops on the lift hill, it's not an accident. It's the ride system preventing an accident from happening when you go further into the ride. When the computer system on a roller coaster detects that something is wrong and that should be checked, It's not like they're gonna continue the ride like nothing happened. Roller coasters are very safe pieces of machinery. And the very few accidents that happen to roller coasters aren't even probably the roller coaster's fault. It is usually due to a ride operator's ignorance or bodily dysfunction. I do get that when actual roller coaster accidents happen, it's very serious and it should not be taken lightly. And when these actual roller coaster accidents happen, most of the time, or all of the time, the park gets investigated by the state to make sure nothing goes wrong next time. Or if the ride is in bad enough condition, they just take down the ride and replace it with something newer and safer. And the last topic we're going to talk about is the ignorance to listen to rules. We actually talked about this a lot during the video, but I guess I could just mention it here. One of the examples that I see a lot at Six Flags parks, specifically on premier launch coasters for some reason, the ride operators specifically say not to pull down your restraint and only to buckle your seatbelt. And do you want to guess what the GP do? I don't think you will ever guess what they do. They pull down the lap bar by themselves and forget to buckle their seatbelt. I don't get why these rules are necessary. I guess it's just so the ride operators can check your seatbelts easier. But rules are rules and we have to respect them no matter what. Okay, I'm just appreciating the overwhelming amount of irony right now because I bring GoPros on roller coasters to record POVs and on-ride reactions of them. Wait, what? No, I didn't say anything. What? Oh shoot. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Bye.